We're in our National League episode now, continuing our predictions. Adam couldn't be with us for this half of the video, so you just have to deal with the three of us, and it's going to be very uncivil. Yeah. So we're going to start with the National League East.
All right.
Ethan, you want to go ahead and go first with your predictions?
Okay. In a shocking twist of fate, I know it's going to piss you off, but in a shocking twist of fate, I've decided the Phillies are going to win the division. And then followed by the Mets, Braves, Nationals, and Marlins.
All right.
All right, yeah. I went Phillies first, then Mets second, Braves third, Nats and Marlins at the bottom.
Cool. I went Phillies, Braves, Mets, Nats, Marlins.
All right. All right, we can start with the Phillies. I'm going to read out our...
You want to start with the Phillies? You okay? Start with the Phillies. All right.
I mean, I was just going to go in order of how we sort of put them. And also, okay. They made a couple moves, which I liked. Got Jesus Luzardo from the Marlins. Got Jordan Romano from the Blue Jays, Max Kepler from the Twins, and Joe Ross from a rec league down the street. And then you lost Jeff Hoffman, Austin Hayes, and Carlos Estevez, which, I mean, the bullpen is hit a little bit, but I think it's still really good. It's still one of the best in the league.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like I think it is a little concerning that they didn't make a ton of moves, but at the same time, they were already a very solidified core. So there wasn't like if you were going to make a big move, it would have been for our Kyle Tucker, but we didn't, and I think they'll be fine. They'll win the division.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I think even though we all have them winning the division, I think I'm significantly higher on them than both of you are. I view this is my going to win the World Series, in my opinion. Like, they're the best team in baseball besides the Dodgers, but I think they'll beat them in the playoffs. The Wheeler, Nola, Suarez, Luzardo, Sanchez.
That's disgusting.
It's just nasty. It's the best rotation in the MLB. It's the best bullpen in baseball, in my opinion. I think we're going to get bounced back here. I think. I mean, if he stays healthy, that's the only thing. Like, he's a dog when he's healthy. He has some of the nastiest off-speed stuff in baseball, and then a casual 99-mile-an-hour fastball. People have concerns about the lineup. I'm not concerned about Max Kepler. I think he's going to end up batting 5th or 6th the entire season. He's great. Obviously, Trey Turner, top 10 shortstop, top 10 second baseman, Bryson Stott, top 3 first baseman, top 10 catcher, top 5 DH, top 10 third baseman.
Yeah, it's a very solid team. Like, I think if Trey Turner really turns it on, then they'll seriously be a threat to the Dodgers. Like, that's just the thing with the NL that really is annoying. Like, you can be as good as the Phillies are, but we don't have a $500 million payroll deferred until 2070. So it's sort of part of the deal.
Yeah, I mean, I'm high on Bo and Stott. I mean, I think if they're healthy in October last year, we're having a way different discussion on how last year ends.
Yeah.
I like Brandon Marsh. I mean, the rumors out of camp is that he's been working on hitting lefties. That's the only thing he's working on.
You better.
And he rakes righties, and he's a damn good defender. I mean, at your 9 hole, I'm not complaining. I mean, as funny as this sounds, Nick Castellanos was the best and most consistent hitter on the team from June on last year, and lit up in the playoffs last year, which is a big problem. After he literally didn't hit the ball at all against Arizona. Schwarber's awesome. I mean, the bullpen's amazing. I mean, the bullpen is literally full of guys, all who might have sub-4 ERAs. I don't know what other team ever could say that.
Yeah. Carter, got anything to add?
It took myself some convincing to get behind
Same here.
The offseason, particularly the Jesus Luzardo trade. I was in a very small minority of the people who absolutely despise that trade. At best, I'm still only indifferent. I'm not the biggest Jesus Luzardo fan. But at the end of the day,
he might even be your 5.
That's how I was able to calm myself down about it. He's the 4 or the 5, and I was upset about the prospects we lost. But at the end of the day, when you have the rush that you have now, where guys are aging, you've got to really work to contend now. And so I understand it. I understand the move. I'm very excited about Max Kepler. I think there's definitely something there, and I'm definitely not as high as Michael. I don't think there's a possibility we're in the World Series, but I believe in this team to be able to do some things.
Yeah. All right.
I mean, for me, I just told myself like I wasn't too high on the Luzardo thing either, and then I remembered Taiwan Walker and Tyler Phillips and Michael Mercado and Seth Johnson, and I remembered, okay, I'm fine with this. Like last year we went from a guaranteed loss every 5th day to this year having a guy, our 4th starter is going to have anywhere from a 3.8 to a 4.3. I'm not complaining about that.
Yeah.
Like that's privilege.
All right, let's talk about this annoying ass Mets. Notable acquisitions: Juan Soto, Clay Holmes, Frankie Montas, AJ Minter, Jose Siri, Ryan Stanek, Griffin Canning, Drew Smith, Jared Young, and re-signings. Drew Smith also was a re-sign, and the re-signs were Drew Smith, Jesse Winker, Sean Manaea, and Pete Alonso. Your losses are Jose Quintana, Luis Severino, Harrison Bader, Phil Maton, another Phillies legend. Oh my God, Adam Ottavino, and Jose Iglesias. They, in any other universe, they would be a World Series team, but their pitching is so like they have a World Series caliber lineup, but their pitching is such a ginormous anchor. It sucks. It's so bad. Like, I think Senga's really cool. I like him, but when your payroll's so high and Clay Holmes your opening day starter, and you have to put a ton of pressure on Tyler McGill and David Peterson. It makes them they'll make the playoffs. They have the best outfielder in the sport and second best shortstop and a very solid overall lineup. But
I don't agree.
I think they are one free agents once they spend money. I know what an idea for the Mets. Spend money on a big name pitcher, then I'll be a lot more confident in them. But I don't know. Just sour taste in my mouth, I guess, from last year sort of makes me a little bit higher than they should be. But then again, Juan Soto, he's 26. He's going to be a 9-WAR player. And
I mean, for me,
yeah. You can say, oh, you don't like the Mets. I despise them with 99% of my being. The other 1% is dedicated to the Yankees and Braves. But yeah.
I don't see it with the lineup. I mean, I think Francisco Alvarez sucks.
Oh yeah, he's bad.
And he's starting
injury prone. Yeah.
He's on the 60-day IL right now, which means that somebody worse than Francisco Alvarez is starting at catcher.
Yeah.
So that's bad. I think Jesse Winker is overrated. Tyrone Taylor, not a great bat. Brandon Nimmo, don't know what that is in 2025. Jeff McNeil, don't know what that is in 2025. And I don't think there's any other universe where Mark Vientos has a stretch he did from September to October that he did ever again.
Yeah.
And that was
that was probably almost approximately a insanity run, but I think
5 through 9 is really a question mark.
Yeah.
And you have no pitching. I can't put that in the playoffs.
Yeah. I mean that's fair. It's just I feel like they're going to be.
Yeah, I think that you're being a bit wishful with how bad that lineup is. I think you can count on Nimmo to give you something, and it could get worse than Francisco Alvarez. I don't think he's good either, but I think it could get worse. And I'll give Vientos the benefit of the doubt because obviously from August or September on, he was just prime Bonds. But even before that, he was having a solid season. And I think, unfortunately, I've got to give them the benefit of the doubt, and they're going to – I can't see a world where they're out of the playoffs. The pitching is questionable. I don't like Frankie Montas.
Right, but
He's also going to be
And-
out for a while.
That too. Sean Manaea is going to be out for a while as well, right? Is he?
Yeah.
So yeah, we're looking at Holmes, Senga, and who else to start the year?
David Peters, who is okay. He's fine.
Yeah, that's and I think that'll end up being the big difference that at least gets the Phillies at the top of the division. I think that they'll be able to build enough of a role to build enough of a lead to start the year.
Yeah. All right. Atlanta Braves. Just give me a sec. Okay. Additions. Jurickson Profar, Brian De La Cruz. You thought we weren't going to mention him because he said that's when you should stop, but Alex Verdugo. And I know you don't want me to say this name either, but Craig Kimbrell is another addition. Subtractions: Max Fried, Jorge Soler, Travis d'Arnaud, Charlie Morton, AJ Mentor, Ramon Laureano, Luke Jackson, and Gio Urshela. Yeah, I think most of their success is predicated on Ronald Acuna being healthy, and that's just a total wild card right now. And I mean, they still have a very good team. Like, I think.
I would say that lineup is still really damn good.
Yeah,
top
still
to
really,
bottom.
really damn good. I think they.
I think it's the Yankees. I'm not the Yankees. The Mets lineup.
Yeah. I think that they're a stronger overall roster than the Mets, but just you're gonna have to count on try to come back off injury. Acuna's comfortably your best player, and he's not starting the season healthy. And with losing Fried, you're putting a lot of pressure on like Spencer Schwellenbach as like is he your 2?
He's your 3. Chris Sale still exists.
Yeah, well, yeah. I got Sale Strider, him, and then you got
Ronaldo Lopez,
and then the guy who was an all-star that got absolutely like smoked after that.
God, Bryce Elder. I don't even know if he's still there, dude.
Yeah, and then their bullpen's fine. I think losing Minter is pretty significant because
they got Hector Neris though, so it's okay.
You got another Philly legend to make up for that. But I think the Profar ad is really good. I think it really pissed me off because I thought he was going to stay in San Diego, but you sort of get off of that awkward like left field thing where they're trying to do Jared Kelenic. They just got like a very solid guy coming off of sort of breakout with the Padres after being a top prospect for a while. And you got Michael Harris in center. You got theoretically Acuna and right, and then you got Olsen. You got Albies, that bastard Orlando Garcia, and then Austin Riley, Sean Murphy. Like that's a damn good.
And
line.
of course, Zuna from the Braves.
Oh yeah, well he's DH because one thing he knows how to do is to hit things. So.
Yep, hits him really well.
Yeah, that's. I mean, he'll be a 130 OPS plus guy, but yeah.
And fall apart in the like he always does.
Yeah. You got anything on the Braves card?
What you got?
Yeah. I mean, when you look at this lineup, without Acuna,
It's fine.
There's positives, but it looks generally rough to me. Profar is a guy who he had a strong year batting last year.
It could totally be fluky.
This is a common trend I think you'll see. A lot of guys who have had really strong years batting, but also have had really poor years. Profar, Michael Harris, Sean Murphy, Albies, even Ozuna, guys who have in recent years have fluctuated to the point where they've been top level players and they've been all-stars at their position. They've been among the top players at their position, and they've been at the other way end of that to the point where Braves fans wanted Ozuna off the team entirely for a good bit of time, and not just because he's an evil human being, because he was playing really bad baseball. But I think that everybody could get hot and they could click in similar what they did in 2023 where they won all those games, or on the flip side, they could get some guys come out flat and they're not getting much of anything, and it looks a lot like 2024 where they're really struggling. And so I think they'll be in somewhere of a middle ground of that. I think that they'll have a solid year. A lot of those guys will have a solid year, but it's just such a streaky team, It could be the wrong week for Albies and Arcia and Profar in the same week, and everything could just crumble right there. But I'll stick with them in third, and I feel pretty confident about that.
Yeah. Okay, the Nationals.
The Nationals,
yeah, well, I can do the acquisition.
Sorry.
They got, yeah, it's fine. They got Nathaniel Lowe, Michael Soroka, Josh Bell, Trevor Williams, Paul DeYoung, re-signed Kyle Finnegan, Ahmed Rosario, Jorge Lopez, Shinosuke, Ogasawara, Lucas Sims, and oh my God, they lost Patrick Corbin. What a shame. But I think they're one of those teams like the A's that could totally be ahead of schedule and hover around 500. I think drafting an older guy in Dylan Cruz could work for them because their outfield is kind of gross because him and James Wood. You got Robert Hassel in the pipeline. You got was it Jacob Young last year in center?
Yeah, he's starting again probably.
Yeah, but him and James Wood are just going to be awesome. You got C.J. Abrams. You got Nathaniel Lowe just solidify first base. You got Keibert Ruiz has always been he was the big piece in the Max Scherzer Trey Turner trade, and he hasn't really been much of anything. But pitching's fine. I like Kyle Finnegan. I like Josiah Gray, Mackenzie Gore. These are competent pitchers. I don't think they're. Yeah, I think they're still a ways away. You kind of have to develop your pitching, but I like the offense. I think though,
Josh Bell,
the projections 70.5. I think they'll win 75 to 78 games.
Me too.
Yeah.
Carter,
yeah, this is a fun team. Some cool young players. Abrams, James Wood, obviously. Dylan Cruz hasn't debuted yet, has he?
No, but he's on the opening day roster.
Yeah, I'd imagine. But I think it should be a pretty fun year. And I like Mackenzie Gore. It's taken him some time, but he's putting it together to be a solid player. He started to in 2024, and maybe he'll be able to take the next step, improve more. But yeah, they won't be good, but they'll be respectable. They'll be significantly far ahead of the next team we have to talk about, the Marlins.
Mm-hmm.
I don't plan on talking about them.
I mean,
I have nothing. I can't name through the Marlins.
Yeah. Let me see if they added.
I feel like they did something that I'm forgetting about though.
They added Cal Quantrill and Matt Mervis. They lost Jesus Luzardo and Jake Burger. Their projection is 63.5 wins. I think that's perfectly fair. I think they will be very bad. They will.
I think Pop is their opening day center fielder.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I just actually took a look at this lineup, and God, yeah.
It sucks.
This is worse than I realized.
Yeah.
Xavier Edwards is
no
fine.
farm.
He could be.
The sucks suck. Yeah. Their entire draft strategy has just been draft high school pitchers, and they're not at the age to where they would be in the MLB. So
I don't even know who these people are.
Yeah, it's I'm doing a franchise with them on the show right now, and we're making the World Series because I'm actually spending money, which is something that the real life Marlins don't do. But you got Sandy Alcantara, Braxton Garrett, Erie Perez, most of those starters are that either A, TJ Merchants, or B, just super high potential, but have ginormous variance in their performance. But yeah, there's pretty much nothing to be excited about with the Marlins. Not even you're gonna have to sell yourself on Noble Meyer, as a prospect. And like, let me see the top 100 prospects. Like, I don't even think there's 3 Marlins on there. Oh, you know what's crazy? Okay. Okay, they got 3. They got Thomas White, Starlin Cobb, and Noble Meyer. That's 3.
Yeah.
And you've been perennially
Cobb,
terrible. I think the Phillies have more. We've been picking in the 20s. But yeah, they're a terribly run organization, do not know how to develop players, and they will be bad. This is nothing new. Like there's no I can't name a player that I'm like, oh, like other than Sandy when he's coming off Atomic Dome. Like
should we go on to the Central?
I mean, unless we have stuff to add about the Marlins, but
I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have much.
Yeah. Okay. We got the Central. My order is as follows. I got the Cubs, Brewers, Reds, Cardinals, and Pirates.
Yeah, I went with the Cubs at the top, Brewers second, Reds third. I went Pirates fourth and Cardinals fifth.
Yep.
I agree. I went Cubs, Brewers, Reds, Pirates, Cardinals.
Yeah. Okay.
Should we start with the Cubs?
Yeah. So obviously the big get is Kyle Tucker. I mean, like top 5 outfielder in the sport. And just give me a sec. Also got Matt Boyd, Ryan Presley, Eli Moore. They were active. Eli Morgan, Carson Kelly, Justin Turner, Caleb T-Bar, John Birdie, Vidal Brujan, Nicky Lopez, like Colin Wright, like just a lot of bullpen guys. And the losses are Cody Bellinger, Kyle Hendricks, Jorge Lopez, Isaac Paredes, Michael Talkman, and Hayden Wesneski. Like, I think they're good. I mean, they're lucky that they're in probably the worst division in the league. Like, they will benefit a lot from playing the Cardinals and the Pirates. But that's not to say they're a bad team. Like, they got Matt Shaw, they got Michael Boyd, like they got a lot of solid young guys. Obviously, got very strong top end starters with Imanaga and Justin Steele. And the outfield's
Just don't think about it after that.
Like you got Ian Happ, you got Kyle Tucker, and who would the third guy be? Would it be
Suzuki?
Suzuki? So are
And
they DHing Pete Armstrong? Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. And then,
they're DHing Suzuki right now.
Okay, I mean that makes more sense. And then you got catcher's weird, but you got Swanson and Horner in the middle, and you got Shaw and Bush as your corner infielders. Like that's a very respectable team. I don't think they're gonna do a damn thing in October. Like they'll be there, but
yeah, they'll show up.
Yeah, I think that's sort of like the curse of the Central right now. Like whoever wins the division they will all be they're just like the Minnesota Vikings, like that sort of area. Like that they'll make the playoffs. They will be above 500, but the ceiling is limited, floor is high.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, Carl, you got anything about the Cubs?
Yeah, no, not anything more. Obviously, Kyle Tucker's a great player to add. They'll have a big MVP push, but there's not something much more to say.
Yep. All right. Milwaukee Brewers. God, this trade sucked. They traded Devin Williams. Like, let me just see the package because there's no way it was straight. Okay, they got Cash and Caleb Durbin as well as Nestor Cortez for Devin Williams in a trade. So they got Nestor Cortez, Jose Quintana, Gray Anderson, Tyler Alexander, Mark Hanna. Mark Hanna? I thought we were talking about Mark Hanna for someone else.
Yeah, he got traded.
Okay.
Like the other day.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know when this is from. But the losses are decently significant. You lost Wade Miley, Joe Ross, Gary Sanchez, Frankie Montas, who sucks. But Devin Williams and Willie Adames sort of brings my idea of them down a lot. Like they will hover around 500. They'll be fine. Like they.
Yep.
How many games did they win last year? They won 93 games. I can't possibly imagine doing that. Mostly
Wait for the
because
restart season.
yeah, mostly because Christian Yelich. We just have to accept that he's not going to be healthy anymore. Like he was awesome last year, but then he got hurt. And they're like the Guardians. You got to trust the pitching lab, but at the same time, like that Peralta, like you actively traded for Nestor Cortez. Like he is going to be a starter in the rotation. And like they always find a way. You got maybe, I mean, his defense is middling, but maybe the best catcher in baseball, William Contreras. Jackson Chorio's all-star potential guy. He's awesome. And Sal Frelick, who's their third base? They traded Corbin Burns for him. They also got DL Hall in that trade. Joey Ortiz. He's good. Like they have a lot of Bryce Terang. Like they have a very very respectable lineup, but they're one of those first couple teams out for me. Like they will be anywhere from 80 to 83 wins.
Yeah, I have to put them in the same range. I don't think that they'll end up trading many people, but I think that
yeah,
the logical thing for
another
them
team
to do
that doesn't
is
spend
to
money.
move on from William Contreras.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just to get some more prospects in. That's not an indictment of William Contreras as a player. I think he's a pretty good player.
All right, move on to the Reds.
Yeah. Okay, they added Nick Martinez, Brady Singer, Gavin Lux, Taylor Rogers. I can't call him a Philly legend, though. It'd just be wrong to say. But Austin Hayes, Wade Miley, Jose Trevino, and Scott Barlow. They lost Jacob Junis, Justin Wilson, Ty France, Jonathan India, and Ahmed Rosario. The Reds are they're another team like the Nationals where they got solid young pieces, but I mean they've been going all in on pitching in the draft. Like they got Rhett Lauder and then I think it was Chase Burns last year. Like they're trying to build up the pitching. I think they already have a fine rotation. Like they got Hunter Green, they got Nick Lodolo, they got did it say they lost Nick? Okay, they got Nick Martinez, the Brady Singer. Like those are 4 respectable starters, but yeah, they're another team that's like
yeah, I mean they're gonna be solid.
Yeah, they'll be fine. Like their ceiling is.
But it's just hard.
Their ceiling is 500 in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
All right.
Carter, anything?
Yeah, I think that the main thing that is holding them back is their rotation. I'm not a big Hunter Green guy.
Yeah.
It feels like he'll hit 102, and then that's what you hear about him. He's all these crazy numbers that he's putting up in terms of miles per hour, and then you look to go find those 102 pitches, and they land in the 5th deck of the stadium. And so it's and Nick Lodolo is okay. That's the main thing I think is holding the back. I think that a lot of this lineup is fun. I think Matt McClain is cool. Obviously, Ellie is awesome. But I think that they're still a bit of a way away.
Yeah. All right, Cardinals. I'm not joking. Their only acquisition is Phil Maton, but yeah, that's what it says on the website. And their only losses, well, their losses. I mean, they're decently significant. Phillies legend Kyle Gibson, Delaware legend Paul Goldschmidt. He's born in Delaware. Yeah, that's awesome. And Andrew Kittredge. Yep. I put him in 4th because they are very committed to being mediocre. Like, I think on paper they might be like the 3rd worst team in the National League. Like it is abysmal. You're asking a lot of Jordan Walker, which you did last year and it didn't work out great. Your rotation is pretty terrible. Nolan Arenado seems to be on his way out. Mason Wynn's cool. Your outfield sort of mismatch of like your Brendan Donovans and your Alec Burleson. Like you got guys, you got Wilson and Charis backstop.
Yeah, I could see them doing something ridiculous, like trying to buy at the deadline, and it gets them from 5th to like 4th or 3rd.
Yeah,
because
they're not a team that is content with sucking. they're like the 2010s Orlando Magic of like the Nikola Vucevic Magic. Like they will be thrilled to win 82 games. But I think
I think they're like kind of
the projection
like baseball
is
Steelers
75
in a way.
I think that's where it's going to be. All right.
Yeah,
Mike,
I like
you got anything on the
Steelers of baseball.
Yeah.
All right, and then the
Pirates. Okay. They re-signed McCutcheon. They got Spencer Horwitz in that weird Jimenez, Jerry Jones thing. Was it Jerry Jones? No, it was Luis Ortiz. Luis Ortiz was the guy that they traded. But again, Guardians pitching lab. I think either way, he's gonna be good. Tommy Pham, Andrew Haney. Okay, Pirates. Okay, I didn't talk about that for the Rangers because I don't think I mentioned it, but Adam Frazier, Caleb Ferguson, Emmanuel Valdez, and then you lost Aroldis Chapman, Luis Ortiz, Brian De La Cruz, Connor Dio, Michael A. Taylor. Like they're another team where your most of your prospects are bats like Tamar Johnson. And, I mean Henry Davis is he's probably like 25 at this point, but he's still yeah. I think he's a little cooked at this point, but like I understand why both of you put
opening day roster.
What?
Huh? He's not even on the opening day roster. He's in AAA.
He's in AAA. Okay.
Yeah.
I was just saying their prospect. Most of their prospects are bats because
Henry Davis. Sorry.
Yeah, because they have Jerry Jones up and they have obviously Paul Skeens up, and yeah, like I would have them at fourth. Just their bats are so like mid, dude. Like I think the Cardinals are mid across the board and they are dedicated to being mid. But I think outside of Paul Skeens and Brian Reynolds, there's a ton of questions. Like their bullpen is bad, like straight up is bad. Like if David Bednar has sort of fallen off, and offensively you're going to be putting a lot of trust in Brian Hayes, who is a platinum glove level third baseman, but cannot hit the broadside of a barn. And your outfield is like, let me just look at the Pirates. Opening day lineup, like it's very okay. Like
O'Neal Cruz, McCutcheon, Tommy Pham.
O'Neal Cruz is I hate to say it, he's Walmart Ellie De La Cruz. Like he is one of those true outcome guys who they're moving to center because he is abysmal defensively. So
that's a shame, though, because I really wanted to be a good defensive player at short.
According to RotoChamp, it is. God, they have Joey Bart. This lineup is bad, dude. Tommy Pham, Brian Reynolds, O'Neal Cruz, Kutch, Joey Bart, Andy Rodriguez, Nick Gonzalez, Brian Hayes, and Yankees legend Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. Like this is abysmal, dude.
It's bad.
Like I think the Skeens factor could make them the fourth best team, but yeah, the Cardinals are one of those teams that refuses to rebuild, and therefore that combined with a team that refuses to spend money in the most of those, like out of everything there, all the signings were 1 year, and Spencer Horwitz and Manuel Valdez were trades.
Yeah, they're not spending money.
Yeah, they're not a serious franchise. Not to say the Cardinals are, but you if you're a Pirates fan, you probably have to wait a little bit for something to happen, if that's even possible. But yeah, I guess we can. Yeah, unless Carter has anything to say about the. I mean, I think it's Pirates, but all right, let's talk about the West. Okay. And okay, for me, it's Dodgers, Diamondbacks, Padres, Giants, Rockies.
I'm going Dodgers, Padres, Diamondbacks, and then Giants, and then the Rockies.
Yep.
Yeah, I got Dodgers, Diamondbacks, Giants. Padres, Giants, Rockies.
Yeah. All right. I feel like it's just as pointless talking with the Dodgers as it is with like the White Sox. To be honest, it's like
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
I can pull up the names, I guess, because
I mean, they're a
our
machine.
journalistic
They've
duty
got-
to talk like holy shit, like this is disgusting, dude. I guess I'll read it out just to contextualize once we get to the playoffs. But Blake Snell, Roki Sasaki, re-signed Tasker Hernandez, re-signed Clayton Kershaw, re-signed Blake Trinan, Kike Hernandez, bring in Michael Conforto, Kirby Yates, Hye-Sung Kim. It's a different one. Tanner Scott, and then you lose Bueller, Flaherty, and Gavin Lux. The over/under projection is 104, which is insane, and I think that isn't far off. This is like the best. I mean, you'd hope so because they're spending so much money. So
health.
Yeah, it's like
I mean, they've already played the games in Japan.
Like, oh no, they don't have Clayton Kershaw.
They're already leading the division.
Yeah, like.
And I don't think that'll change at any point.
Yeah, like if Clayton Kershaw, if he didn't throw a pitch this season, that would be fine because our rotation is Yoshinobu Yamamoto, Shohei Ohtani, Blake Snell. Like, it's disgusting.
I mean, I've had the argument with people.
Sasaki is your 5-man. Oh my god. Who was a better prospect coming out than Yoshinobu Yamamoto? Like,
I've had the debate with people before, but I don't think Ohtani should pitch again. So,
I mean, he can. Like, I think him as like a. I mean, if he wants to, he can.
I mean, like they throwing bullpens and they were talking about how he was topping out at 94 with the fastball, and that's that. No thanks.
Like if he's bad, he already won an MVP at DH. So who cares? He stole free seats, stole for like 50 bases. I don't like if he can be a low end back of the rotation guy, I'll take it because he's the best hitter alive right now, probably him and Juan Soto and Judge. Those are the three. Yeah, there's not much to add, to be honest. Just go to the Diamondbacks, who I liked what they did a lot. They got Corbin Burns, Josh Naylor, Randall Grichuk, Kendall Graveman. They lost Paul Sewald, Josh Bell, Kevin Newman, Jack Peterson, and Christian Walker. I think those losses are pretty significant, but getting the best pitcher on the market when you already have an ace in Zach Gallen is awesome. Josh Naylor as a quasi replacement to Christian Walker, solid. Randall Grichuk is just like a platoon outfielder. Like, fine. Like, I think they they won 89 games. The projection's 86. I think they will firmly be a wild card team. I can't imagine Corbin Carroll is gonna be as like fine as I think he'll be back to an all-star caliber level. Ketel Marte probably second base in baseball. Got great starting pitching. Like that's their textbook like 90 win team.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Carter, what do you think?
I'm a bit lower than you guys. I mean, obviously, I indicated that in the standings, but I've got them first team out of the playoffs, and that's not really much of anything on them. I think everybody's sleeping on that San Diego team, really. But I think the Diamondbacks will have a good year. I think that maybe with the right trade deadline, they move into that wild card spot. But as it stands right now, I would keep them just outside.
Okay. Yeah. And so Padres. All right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really high on them. Oh, you want to do the additions?
Yeah, we're gonna talk about the additions. I mean, they didn't do a ton, but Dodgers. Did they just skip them? Okay. Well, I mean, they got Phillies legend Nick Pivetta. Elias Diaz, Connor Joe, Jason Hayward, Kyle Hart, Jose Uligra. Like most of those losses are, most of those ads are whatever. Like they're all rotational guys at best. But the losses I think are significant. You lose Tanner Scott, Jurickson Profar, Hassan Kim, Akugashioka, Martin Perez, and Donovan Solano. And I think that's why I have Arizona above them a little bit, just because you lose your top end reliever, your breakout outfielder, your platinum glove caliber shortstop, who is slightly above league average bat, which is, you'll take that when you have the good defense. And like the Padres, I think are like what Carter said with the Diamondbacks. Like they're one of those first teams out because they have solid starters in the field and on the mound. But
yeah, I mean,
there's a little bit of a gap between them and like the Braves and the Diamondbacks, in my opinion. So they'll hover around like 84, 85 wins, but I don't know if that'll be enough.
Yeah, I mean, I really like them. I like the bullpen. I like the starting rotation a lot. I mean, I like the lineup a lot. I mean, I think top to bottom, they're one of the better teams in the league. So I think they're better than the Mets.
For me, I really love Jackson Merrill. I think that obviously he had a great rookie campaign, but I think he'll just keep getting better. I think that he'll really be among the top 5 to 10 outfielders in the league this year. I think he's a great player, and I think that he'll continue to improve. And I think that he's the main reason why I feel like everybody's kind of underrating this team. I think that a lot of people don't realize how good this guy is going to be.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. He's amazing. He's gonna raise this shit. He's a 4 WAR at 20 years old. So
yeah,
way to go, and that's up.
All right, Giants.
Talking about the Giants or Rockies.
I mean, the Giants. They're going to be a 500 team. They add Willie Adames, who I think is cool. Drastic Justin Verlander. You lose Snell and Conforto. They're
average,
marginally below 500 team. They're okay.
Yeah.
And the Rockies suck. And that's I feel like that they're one of those teams. Like we have no reason to talk about them. But I'm just gonna see the guys they got.
Giants. Or the Giants or the Rockies or both.
Giants or either.
The Giants are fine. They're below 500.
I mean, yeah, the Giants. I like Jung-Hoo Lee to maybe make some improvements from.
Yeah, he got hurt
that first year. He's had a strong spring training, and hopefully he can build upon that, and he can be the 300 hitter. He has a really cool nickname. They call him the grandson of the wind. That's really cool.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Well, yeah, it's because his grandfather.
His dad was the son of the wind.
His dad was the son of the wind, and then his grandfather was whatever, the wind man. I don't know, in Korea.
Wait, what's his grandfather, the wind man?
No, I don't know, but I know that there's like some sort of lineage, like.
Yeah, I just knew about him and his dad.
Like is he just the? I feel like the son of the wind would imply that there is a father of the wind.
I think son of the wind just meant he was really fast.
Yeah, he's widely considered one of the best 5-tool players in Korean baseball history and one of the best in the 90s. Awesome, dude. That's great. Career 297 batting average. 510 stolen bases. Okay, this dude's a monster. Yeah, we can do playoff teams and then NLCS, World Series, and then get to awards. All right, I got as the division winners Dodgers, Phillies, Cubs as my wild cards, D-backs, Mets, and Braves.
Carter.
Yeah, the division winners for me.
I was to say. No, I was telling you
go. The division winners for me, the Dodgers, Phillies, and the Cubs. And our wildcard teams are Mets, Braves, Padres.
All right. And my division winners are Phillies, Cubs, Dodgers, and my wildcard are the Braves, the Diamondbacks, and the Padres.
All right. And then we got anything for the CS? You got your finalists? I mean, I got
Phillies.
Dodgers over Phillies. And y'all can.
I've got the Dodgers over the Cubs.
I got Phillies over Dodgers. And World Series picks?
All right. We got Dodgers over the Rangers.
Yeah, I've got Dodgers over Boston.
Philly over Kansas.
That's fine. I get used to that. All right. And
AL Cy Young.
I mean, I was
Oh, yeah,
gonna
we're doing
do
Cy
I was gonna
Youngs?
do MVP Cy Young Rookie of the Year. Does that work?
Okay.
Yeah, first.
Yeah, we can start AL. Going Bobby Witt.
I'm going to go with Witt as well.
I'm just gonna go with Judge because I don't
Okay,
think
you wanna be
anyone.
different, you wanna be
He
different.
gets. I mean, like I'm not. I want to be. I want it to be Witt.
I mean, yeah. Actually, if you want to, what we can do is say this is our pick and this is our quote unquote dark horse or like secondary option. Because my secondary would be Jose Ramirez.
Yeah. Let's do that. So my secondary pick would be Witt then.
Okay.
My secondary pick, I'd go with Jose Ramirez.
All right. Cy Young. I mean, it's pretty cut and dry. I got Scooble as the favorite, and my second pick being Logan Gilbert from the Mariners.
You want to go ahead, Michael?
Yeah. You can go.
All right. Well, then I'll go for Logan Gilbert as my favorite. And a dark horse, I would have to lean towards Framber Valdez.
Yeah.
And my winner would be Scooble, and my runner-up or dark horse would be Cole Reagans.
Yeah. Okay. And then our Rookie of the Year, my favorite would be Jackson Jobe, and my dark horse would be Cam Smith. I wrote that down. Before you talked about him. Swear to God.
I'd say the same thing. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna say my Rookie of the Year pick, like my first choice, probably is a dark horse in itself, but I'm gonna go with Christian Campbell here.
Yeah.
He may struggle to find at bats, and that may end up proving me wrong. But
that was the only thing.
I think if they find a spot for him in the lineup, he'll be big.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. NL. I mean, there's one answer, but the quote unquote dark horse is Juan Soto, who's like a top 3 player on the planet. So.
Yeah, I think it'll be Ohtani and a runaway. If it were anybody else, I'd say Ellie De La Cruz.
All right.
I'll do Ohtani, and then for my I'll just be a homer. I'll put Bryce as the second.
I mean, similar deal for Cy Young. I say Skeen's the favorite, and Wheeler is the second option.
I've got mine flipped around. I think this is the year Wheeler finally gets it. I think maybe we get some reverse voter fatigue. They get tired of putting him second every year and just give him one.
I mean, yeah, they did it with Joel Embiid, so they'll have to do it with.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. I'm gonna go Wheeler and Skeens, and then but my actual dark horse is Chris Sanchez.
That's awesome.
I like that.
And Rookie of the Year, I'm going Sasaki, but the dark horse would be Bubba Chandler with the Pirates. He's like the 3 starter. I think he'd be really good. He's been
4 probably. I think they'll give Miller over him.
Yeah, but yeah, I think he has more than enough opportunity to be good, and like I see why people are going with Dylan Cruz, but yeah, I just wanted to go pitching.
Does James Woods still count as a rookie?
I don't know, because remember Randy got it the season after they made the World Series, which is so stupid.
Yeah.
Like, I would.
They played like 30 games that year too, so.
Yeah, I don't know, but when I was looking at the odds, it was like Dylan Cruz, Sasaki, Chandler, and then like a hodgepodge of like
randoms.
Yeah, like bet Andy Painter plus 4,000. Like, okay.
Well, I'll go Sasaki and Cruz then. By the way,
yeah, I'd have to.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'd have to go with Roki Sasaki as my favorite. God, that team is so unfair.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd say Roki Sasaki is a favorite, and a long shot. I'm gonna say Luis Angel Acuna from the Mets. Somehow still within rookie limits because it felt like he played like the entire second half of the year. But if he can, if he finds a spot in that lineup, he's got crazy bat power, bat speed, and so I think that he could flirt with like an 850, 900 OPS for the year.
Yeah.
I
All
agree.
right. Yeah, I guess that'll do it. This is a giant two-parter for the MLB. And hopefully we can talk more baseball. We haven't really done that. Like, do we have one total episode? Ever?
Yeah. It was after
I wasn't
April.
there.
You weren't there?
But yeah, I hope I would be shocked if someone's here at this point. But we appreciate we're at 90 subscribers now. That's we've been pushing. I thought we were in the 80s for a while, but
we had a whole year.
yeah, we're gonna be making more stuff. We got a lot of NFL draft stuff because that's only a month away, and we're gonna be doing a lot of stuff with that. But
I know, it's so exciting. We'll have Carter on more often, so
yeah. So
we firing.
I mean, we said John Fisher, but we said John Fisher this time. But
who's a coach on a team that you like that you want fired?
A coach on a team that I like that I want fired,
or a manager?
Well, if you're going manager, like
GM.
You know, I'm actually content with everybody right now. If you asked me in October, I wanted everybody fired.
Yeah.
I was tired of Sirianni crying all the time. If I had to fire somebody, it'd be Thompson. But I was tired of Sirianni crying all the time. I was tired of Thompson, and I thought JJ Redick was a dumb podcaster. So, but right now I'm content.
Yeah.
All right, how about we just fire Daryl Morey for vibes?
Yeah, fire Daryl Morey.
I'm more than down.
All right, fire Daryl Morey. Thank you guys.
See you.